Hi, and welcome to the one and only Reverse Truman Show. I'm here waiting for the bus to go to work, and I used to be embarrassed to ride the bus, but now I feel amazing and I really don't care. And that has a lot to do with the people that I've been watching, and I thank them very much. Mr. Gary Vee, Mr. Simon Sinek, and Mr. Seth Godin, thank you for everything you've done. You've really polished off everything I needed to get straight before I continue on with this. So I see the bus, and I will. So what changed? Continue on shortly. I changed. I had an idea that could help the environment and people, and it came over me like a warm blanket. And I finally knew I had to. Just to clear up any misconceptions, the reason why my head is like this is because I don't like my hair. It has nothing to do with any of the other stereotypes whatsoever. And I'm finally happy to be able to say that. Okay, so now for the heavy stuff. I can't believe I'm doing this. So when you look me up, my name is Patrick Bingold. B as in boy, I-N Gold. And what you will see is that I have 3 DUIs and a home invasion charge. Now, don't freak out. Let me explain. It was a crazy night. My ex-girlfriend decided to go over a friend of ours' house who apparently had raped her. Mind you, she was a stripper, and anyway, the point is we went over there. She was driving, she got out of the car and ran into the house, screaming like a lunatic. I sat there and I knew I didn't want to go in, but I didn't want her or something bad to happen. So I went in, and foolishly I grabbed a knife just for intimidation. I never planned on using it. From the bottom of my heart, I am not that kind of person. And that's what I'm loving about this, is that I'm able to say what happened, and also to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry to that person because I was not in my right mind, and it was a foolish thing to do. And even though in my heart I know I never really wanted to hurt anybody, I still feel like an apology is needed. And I hope you get to see this. And also a big hello to my family up in Quebec, Canada. Je vous aime beaucoup, puis j'ai hâte que vous tous voir ça. My mom taught me French when I was very young, and I am eternally grateful for that and for everything that my parents have done, because I did have it good, and I used it, and I used them, and I've forgiven myself for it, and I plan on giving back, and this is how I do it. So I love you guys very much, and thank you for everything. What I've done completely, I beat myself up for a long time, because every time that my wife and I would try to get an application for an apartment or even a job, immediately denied, because once that comes up, people won't even look at you twice. And I understand, because it's not a good look, just to be straight up. But what I love is that I am free. I struggle still when people see me, that I look thin, because for once it's not from drugs and alcohol, which is absolutely fantastic. It's just because we had a lean summer work-wise, and my stepson was in town, and I wanted to provide more for him, and I was able to do that. And now I can go back to working on myself now that he had to return up north. My wife is going through a very difficult time because the father of the child up north is not a respectable person, has very many issues, and for the longest time all I wanted to do and all I could think about was a way to go up there and beat him up and come back without anybody knowing. You would not believe how many scenarios I went over and over in my head of what to do. But now I'm gonna fight him the way that I'm supposed to, by using value and doing it the right way with truth. And my mindset is at a new place thanks to all the videos I've watched from the people I mentioned before. Thank you again. You have no idea how much you have helped me. Basically, to not care what people think. I get on the bus now, I'm having conversations with strangers of all different races and genders, and I just feel amazing. And I know that I do have value. And the value is that I knew that there was always something missing with work and everything that goes behind it. I knew that I was meant to do something bigger. My father was an entrepreneur and an inventor, and my mother was an incredibly loving, empathetic, and generous woman. And those two combinations mean I have a DNA that is meant to succeed. However, I was so good at lying to myself all these years and to everybody, being a compulsive liar because I didn't want anybody to know what I was up to. No, not anymore. I believe in the truth. I believe that the internet is a powerful thing to expose everybody and what they're doing. So I'm just laying it out because I don't really care about the judgment. I just want to be able to help people. That is my purpose. That's why that warm feeling came over me when I was thinking about the business and the product idea, and I can't wait to share it. But I know it's not time because I'm not wealthy. I don't have a business degree, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm looking for a mentor and somebody to guide me through the next steps. But I know that the business idea is good. I know that the benefit it will have for people will be worth it. So therefore, I will continue every day striving to better myself as an individual and to do the right thing. So the question is what value do I bring? Well, I had to reflect on it for a while, but it's quite simple. It's basically me through my stories and combining it with a book that I find to be the essential guide to finding the truth. Those two together, I'm going to expose the cons and manipulations and help people who have been wronged to have some insight into what to look for when approaching somebody that they think is lying. I don't believe this is a subject that has been covered enough, and all I want to do is give back and to help those that need help, because 15 years ago I had gone overseas and done some humanitarian / rehab kind of program. And anyway, that's gonna have to be for another video completely, but what I had realized is that helping others is what truly made me happy, and I had forgotten that for a long time. And I put myself through a lot of pain and suffering, and now I have it again. And now that I have the light, I'm never letting go. And the great part is that I don't have to act like a well-composed, don't mess with me kind of dude, always like super serious. I'm actually really goofy, and I'm just loving the fact that this is where the world is going, and decency and fighting for what's right is what matters. So, thank you.